All right, guys, it's Mr. Day here for another video. Just kind of like an update, and it's already happening. I've had a couple parents call me saying that we have parents that are sleeping during the day. Kids can't really be playing their instrument at home. I know it's tough, but the only suggestions I have for you is try to set your boundaries and your hours of operation with when your kids can and play and can't play. Some parents are saying it was 10 o'clock at night. My kid decided to practice. I'm like that. I can't control when they practice, but please have that talk with your students and just set those boundaries. Okay. If you need soundproofing, a couple easy things that you can do are just blankets over the doors. Um, Other things would require a hardware store and work, which we know we're all trying to stay home right now. So if you want some bigger options later, you can have that. We can have that conversation, but we're just gonna leave it at that for now. Mutes are only good for a little bit. Remember, mutes. When you put a mute and a trumpet, it creates a back pressure here, so that it doesn't have the same feeling. So it's important that they're practicing without mutes. Um, but they can use them a little bit to help if they decide to play late at night or something like that. In fact, the Yamaha silent brass system is really amazing for that because you put that mute in and there's not as much back pressure. Um, a note about practicing, when students practice, if they sound bad, that's what practicing is. If you walk by a room and you hear a student practicing, but they sound amazing, they're not really practicing. They're practicing what they already know. So it's really important to understand that they're working through things when things sound bad. When we read a piece of music for the first time band, typically it's pretty rough. And then over time, it gets better. Practicing is the exact same way. We live in a society right now where people judge immediately with no context whatsoever. It's just like learning to play ball for the first time, swinging your first bat, dribbling, anything like that. When people first start doing that stuff, it's awkward and weird. So we kind of have to get used to that noise factor. Practicing is noisy. It's not musical per se. Uh, that doesn't mean they shouldn't have improvement as time progresses. They should absolutely have improvement. But just so that you know, if they're sounding bad, they're probably doing what they're supposed to be doing. If they're concentrating on a difficult part of section and they're doing it over and over again, that's probably something they're supposed to be doing. Okay, moving on, the Hangouts, Google Hangouts. We're functioning on a 2-hour delay here at Morgan. So if we do schedule a hangout, by all means, it's not required, but it'll be there if they need it. I mean, that will give me some one-to-one, face-to-face action with some of the students and an opportunity to meet one-on-one, which is pretty amazing. That will function on the 2-hour delay schedule. We're going to move to a smart music platform at smartmusic.com. If the kids haven't gotten set up for that, that's going to enable them to have plenty of music to play without leaving the house or me trying to get music to them. So that's really an awesome thing. So be looking out for that. Other than that, just like I said, keep it real. Kids need to practice. They have to play their instruments. There is no substitute for physically playing the instrument in band. No amount of busy work can make this happen. So keep practicing, keep working out those routines, keep having those conversations with your kids. I really appreciate it. You guys have a wonderful day, and let's keep working.